Redfall is bad, and I mean bad all the way through. From the graphic and artistic choices made to its technical prowess, or obvious lack thereof, there is little good that can be said about the design and gameplay choices made for this game. I'm sure you're seeing a lot about this game on YouTube lately, so rather than bog you down with another 20 to 30 minute rant about all the things they did wrong, I'll provide a less lengthy one. Now, first thing I want to get out of the way is that this is an impressions and not a review. The reason I say this is because, to be blunt, based on my experience playing this game, I have no intention in trying to beat it. I've put over a few hours into it, maybe close to 4.5, and I have struggled to play even that much. So suffice it to say, there will be little talk of Redfall going forward on this channel. Now, to set the mood for this video, I want you to watch this clip where the intention is that you, the player, will walk around and talk to several members of a group you saved from an attack at a firehouse. It's within the first 5 minutes of the game, and it was at this point I was given a sobering glimpse into what I was getting into. Some parts have been sped up for brevity.
Mr. Boyer, am I right? I'm glad you're here.
You'd be the only one.
I don't want to think about what would have happened if you hadn't shown up. I speak for everyone when I say thank you. My name is Terrence Hunt. I'm a doctor. Used to work at Redfall Regional. I'm taking care of everyone here. Sick, injured, and everything in between. If you need medical supplies, come to me. But only take as much as you need. There are other people here who need help just as much as you. What a strange situation.
Say goodbye, Joe.
Goodbye, Joe.
Jacob, right? Well, I'm glad you're on our side. My name is... From time to time. Whatever's in there is yours, if we can spare it.
Jacob, huh? What's with the eye?
Don't ask.
Let's unpack that in a nutshell, okay? Not only is there too much dialogue happening when the obvious intention is to simply introduce me to the game's vendors and store systems, but I had to talk to everyone in a particular order. For fucking what? There weren't any kind of introductions or compelling reasons to do so. Why couldn't I just talk to each vendor in the order I wanted? All their dialogue choices or speeches would have been the same, right? Like, why wouldn't Anna, for instance, why wouldn't she prompt me to go talk to Eva or Eva rather than just clear her throat? Like, why is the objective to talk to Eva or Eva rather than just meet everyone in the firehouse? What kind of late 90s, early 2000s NPC interaction design is this shit? Believe me, I understand that in the realm of everything that is wrong with this game, this is minute. But after going on to play more of this game, it turned out to be a bit of foreshadowing. Oh yeah, did anything else catch your eye while watching that clip? Let me play it back for you and slow it down. Yes. That's right, textures literally popped out and in again while talking to an NPC in a fixed conversation. Now, I've never heard of someone loving pop-in, but if you happen to be the sick that does, this game is for you. Pop-in happens everywhere a lot of the time. And obviously it ruins the experience of running through this lifeless town of Redfall. I say lifeless because everyone's dead and Arcane forgot to populate the map with enemies, so it works on 2 levels. In those cases where you do run into enemies, the shooting in this game doesn't make for a pleasant experience. This is especially true if you use an Xbox controller like I did. There's a huge dead zone within the analog sticks, making it take forever for the character's aim to travel. Then you add the fact that enemy vampires can teleport and zip all over the place, seemingly glitch in and out of buildings. I had this happen in my very first vampire fight in the firehouse. You'll find yourself frustrated with the combat very quickly. The only thing that can make it worse is if the game had something like terrible FPS dips or something. That's right. Did you see that? I've heard complaints about the game running at only 30 frames at launch. Like, people like, why can't it run at 60? I understand that. And I would say that if you can get a consistent 30 frames with this game, I'm envious of you. Truly envious of you. It gets rid of my motion sickness. Now look, I know I don't have the greatest PC setup, okay? I'm running a 2700X with a GTX 1660 Super, okay? It's not the greatest. But based on my research and looking at Steam surveys, it appears my setup kind of runs along the average with setups that many people would have or many people use. This means unless you're running a 3000 series RTX card or later, or an AMD equivalent, you're likely going to have the same experience with FPS that I did. Heck, it seems like even if you do have those cards, you'll probably run into some FPS issues. The fact that this game came from Arcane is a surprise, right? Because for the past decade, they've put nothing but Game of the Year quality games out. I mean, they don't miss, or didn't, until Microsoft. And though it's fun to pile on Microsoft because quite frankly, they deserve it now, I do find myself genuinely worried for the other studios under the green umbrella. I mean, Starfield has a likelihood of being screwed whether it's under Team Green or not, right? Because Bethesda, right? 16 times the detail. But what about Hellblade 2? What about Fable, which has already seen developments completely scrapped? What about Stalker 2, Avowed, the state of the Halo IP and the future of Gears of War? And good lord, what about the Elder Scrolls 6 if by luck it releases before the sun swallows the earth? I think these worries are valid, because even though the other console players do put out stinkers, Forspoken, looking at you, by and large, I think we have confidence that PlayStation and Nintendo will deliver great, compelling games. For those companies, I go into a game wondering how good it will be. But for Xbox, I go in wondering if it'll be any good at all. That's it for my impressions of Redfall. Let us know in the comments what your experience or impression of the game has been. What do you think this game means for Arcane and for Xbox? Also, if you enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the Thoughts and Players podcast, where we put out weekly episodes, and take a peek at our Patreon, where we offer extra and exclusive goodies. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next level.